None of our wooded area was developed when we moved to this property in 2020. My husband has put a lot of work in to create the woodland gardens. I had to dig, but I did find some old footage of when we started working in this area. There's not a lot, but I hope it gives you an idea of what it looked like before. Many of you have been requesting a walkthrough of my woods edge garden. This is my lowest maintenance garden and it is really shining right now. So let's take a walk through the garden. Starting at the end here, there was a pile of wood. My husband cleaned this out last week. I am very excited to put some plants in here. There are a lot of hostas in this section. The ones on the back row here are probably going to have to be replaced because I cannot see them from the front. This is a mum I got on the clearance rack a few years ago. It keeps coming back year after year. I started these daisy shastas from seed last year. I have them on both sides. They are not doing well here. I'm going to have to find somewhere else to put them. They need more sun. Right now, this is my absolute favorite flower bed. When I'm looking out from the house, it really shines. It contrasts with the woods so well. The native pink plants, the hydrangea, the hosta, it just looks great. I have this limelight hydrangea back here. This is one of 3 hydrangeas I got on the clearance rack 2 years ago. I definitely think it needs more sun, but it's not doing too bad back here. The leaves are a little darker than the other hydrangeas that I have because those are in sun. This is more in shade. And eventually I'm going to take this out and I'm going to put a climbing hydrangea here. I have these boxwoods that I got from my mom last year, and I'm going to move this one down to the end where that wood was moved. I also have some salvia up here. It's not a good area for it. It needs more sun, so I'm going to eventually have to move that. This is a patriot hosta, one of my favorite hostas. I got this June hosta at the garden center the other day. I love the variegated hostas against the woods. The woods end up being so dark green, those variegated hostas look great. This is a blue star Jupiter. It has so much new growth. It does really great down in this area. I also have this extra large hosta back here. It's one of my favorites. I also have the climbing hydrangea. The big hostas from my mother-in-law's, I don't really know the name of it. In the spring, it comes in more blue. Now it's looking more dark green. This climbing hydrangea, I planted it last year from a quart size. So it hasn't grown a lot, but it is growing up the tree. And it did bloom already. I'm very excited to see it take off. I also have this spyhea here. It also needs relocated because it does not get enough sun. I'm going to relocate these 2 hostas and put this June hosta in here. I might go get a couple more to add to that area. This is the back side of the woods edge garden. I will say my biggest complaint about this side is that everything kind of faces towards the house. This is a spyhea. I think it needs more sun too, so it's not going to be here for very long. But the hostas, all the plants back here are a little too short. I can't see them from the house and they all face towards the house. So I need to kind of fill in back here. This limelight hydrangea, my goal is going to be to move it to this. I'm going to make a hydrangea wall by the carport. So I'm going to move this over there and then put the climbing hydrangea right here so it climbs up that tree. This is a daylily I got from my grandma. It needs more sun too. You'll notice a lot of things in this woods edge garden need more sun, so they're going to need to be relocated. It did bloom and it looked cute because I could see the yellow pops over the top, but it hasn't bloomed again. So I think it just needs more sun. Here's those hostas again. Like I said, they just face towards the house and you can't really see them. And then this side, we're seeing the back of them. So I don't really love that. So I need to reevaluate this area. There's a corbel that it was an extra one I had. I just threw it down here and the deer kind of get a hold of it. So that's why it's so small. Here are the woodland gardens my husband and I have been working on this summer. Now so last year, my husband came through and bush hogged all this down. It was just woods, forest. And he bush hogged it all down and we created these flower beds so it was easier to mow around. As you can see in these flower beds, there's just an assortment of hostas. I've also added in some ferns throughout. I am very excited to see these grow. That's an autumn fern, I'm pretty sure. I'm excited to see how that turns. And these are just all little hostas I filled in here. I'm very excited to see them fill out and kind of grow. This is the larger flower bed of the two. And like I said, it just has a lot of different varieties of hostas. I am so eager to see it fill out over the next few years and to continue to work into the woods and create more flower beds. I'm really excited about that. Now, the guy at the garden center told me I need to come through and trim off all the flowers so the roots will root in very deep. So I need to get out here and take some time and get this cleaned up. There's branches in here, which it's going to happen. There's a lot of trees back here, but I need to just get in and clean this up. This is a Japanese painted fern. I saw these at the garden walk I went to at the end of June. Loved them, and I went and I found them at Lowe's, and it was only $10 for this little fern. So I'll probably be collecting more of those as I go through. I have been on the hunt for ostrich ferns. Surprisingly, they're hard to find. I got the last one at Lowe's the same time I got that Japanese painted fern. Couldn't find them anywhere else. This is another large, I forget the name of it, but it's a very large hosta. I need to come through, cut those flowers off so that it can really root in and grow large in this area. I think all of these plants are going to do very well because they get full shade. It stays pretty moist down here. And like I said, I need to get down here. I need to clean up some stuff because it's a little messy from the storms we've had and all the rain we've had over the last couple weeks here. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and let me know in the comments below. And if you love gardening and yard work videos, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you then.